My toxic trait is assuming that everybody's here is driving down to the Midmar Mile. Friday has arrived, and usually on a Friday afternoon, I'd be huffing and puffing, fighting for my life, while TK is trying to tell me to run faster during our strength training session. But today is different because I need to pack. The Midmar Mile is happening this weekend, so it's my first one. I need to pack for it, and if you're not familiar about the event, let me share a bit of information about it. The Midmar Mile is an annual open water swimming race held every February at Midmar Dam near Howick in the KwaZulu-Natal Midlands. It is roughly 1 mile, which is 1.6 kilometers in distance. But the swim can vary slightly depending on the water level of the dam each year. The event is huge and inclusive. World-class swimmers, including Olympians, seasoned open water athletes, beginners, families, kids, para swimmers, and charity swimmers all make up the thousands who enter. In 2009, the event had 13,755 finishers, earning it a place in the Guinness World Records as the largest open water swim event in the world. It's not just a race, it's a celebration of swimming and community. The atmosphere is festive, the scenery beautiful, and it's a rite of passage for many South African swimmers each summer. So we can proudly conclude that I will be participating in the Comrades Marathon of open water swimming. And seeing that it's the first time I do this event, Bophelo ke Vlog, I'm going to take you through the weekend with me, so keep watching to see what happens. But first, let's go through some of my swimming essentials. These are the things that I absolutely cannot forget. I don't like walking barefoot, so I'm packing flip-flops, and these are my hubbies. These are my Havaianas, and I've got many different pairs of these flip-flops because every so often they drop a new collabo. I think I've got Avengers, I've got Spider-Man, I've got Superman, and these are my Minions ones. So yeah, Havaianas, if you're watching this, please, I like your flip-flops. I'm still torn on which cozy I'm going to wear on Sunday. I had a feeling that I was going to wear this one because of the design. I really like this design. I think it's cool. I saw a girl at the Prime View swimming in a cozy with this design, and I was like, we're matching, we're twinsies. And then the other pair, Speedos, are these watermelon print ones. I actually bought these ones many years ago with the intentions of using them for this event because it's not, you don't easily find Speedos in a wild print like this. Usually it's like a black with a stripe or a blue or a solid color, but when I saw these I was like, I absolutely have to have them. Another thing we don't talk enough about is sunscreen. So I got this as part of a L'Oreal campaign that I did last year, but I really like the sunscreen because it doesn't turn me purple. At this moment, my biggest fear is my goggles fogging up because the last time that happened and I was in the middle of the water, it was a disaster of a swim. So I've got anti-fog spray, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it because I actually haven't opened it. So I'm scared that I use it and then something happens. So I'm really hoping that my goggles don't fog up. Speaking of goggles, I am going to be using the Nike Swim Expanse mirrored goggles. I recently bought these. The thing with swimming goggles is that every couple of months the rubber gives in and then it starts fogging, water seeps into it. So you have to constantly keep replacing your swimming goggles every couple of months. And these ones I like because the lens is slightly bigger, so there's more room. It literally like covers to this part of my eye. The essential swimming cap. So we're gonna get swimming caps when we get there, when we register. I've been assigned a yellow swimming cap, and I think that is the third wave that's going to leave because there are so many people swimming this weekend. The event has to be split up into waves, and I'm in the men's wave 3. But generally, when you're swimming in open water, you want to use a light colored cap, like a yellow, white, a bright color, so that you can easily be visible in the water. On the point of visibility, another thing that I am definitely not going to leave behind is my floaty, or a buoy as we call it, in this bright hot pink color. So this you blow it up, and when it's full it becomes like this big bubble and it floats behind you. And some people, when they get tired, they pull it back and they lay on it to just catch their breath, but also it's for visibility. And those are my swimming essentials. Oh, and my contact lenses. Yeah, I'm gonna swim with contact lenses so that I can actually see where to go, because swimming in open water is not like swimming in a pool. There's a current, there's other swimmers, the water's pushing you, so you constantly need to look as to where you are going. So sighting is an essential skill that you need to learn when you're learning how to swim. And now my big task is actually packing. I am so terrible at packing. Anyway, keep watching to see my adventures as I challenge myself to go participate in my first ever Midmar Mile. Saturday morning, and have about an hour until I can go fetch the rental car. All packed up and ready to go. I think I didn't overpack. The Uber has arrived. I really hope that today they give me a good car. Shopping done, and the one thing I really like about Winifred Mandela Square is that you get an hour free worth of parking, so I don't have to pay for my parking ticket. Off to KZN we go.
Hey, before that,
the long trip ahead.
Nasty C in the mix, Lemons, and then Mark Ronson, Return of the Mac. We're all over the place. That's the definition of pop.
We're passing a place called Warden. I've never heard of it. I don't know what happens here, but we've still got quite a while to go. Touchdown Harrismith for a leg stretch and also to get something to eat. Driving for 2.5 hours straight. My foot is tight.
Transition. The mood must be perfect. But for those times you're short on time, let
After close to 5 hours of driving from Joburg, touched down the KZN Midlands. I was rather late in booking accommodation, but luckily I found this place called Haycroft Farm, not so far from the actual dam, so we won't drive a lot in the morning to get to the dam because I was struggling to find a place in Hilton. So I found this place. It's a wedding venue called Haycroft Farms, and they have accommodation called the Stable. So let me take you on a room tour. I was assigned stable number 28. And when we initially walked in, it was so hot. But I like these bedside tables. The bed is not so bad. And there's a place to put stuff. I must say it's a very rustic place. There is a fan, a little kettle, glasses, a shower, bathroom sink and toilet, and then this place also has Wi-Fi. So yeah, this is the room tour of the stables at Haycroft Farms. I am thankful that we arrived without incident. Driving to the KZN Midlands, those trucks on the N3, wow. And there's also roadworks. So I think we've been on the road to close to 6 or rather 5 hours. And I'm going to be going back to Joburg after the swim tomorrow. Sure, the only thing I don't like about this place is that there isn't the fridge and there isn't cutlery, but I think that's in the main communal, there's a communal place called the clubhouse. I think maybe that's where those amenities like a fridge and microwave are situated. This is the clubhouse. This is where you can make food. So there is cutlery and crockery, microwaves, a stove, a sink, and also a fridge to store your food, and then a place to like sit down and have your meal. There's also a nice little serene place for you to sit here and just take in nature. This property also has a lake, a fishing lake. Apparently it's too shallow to dive in, and I assume also too shallow to swim in. So I can't even practice before tomorrow. But for what I paid, I like that the room looks like this. The other options that I was finding, and also it's very hard to find a place for Midmar. So my suggestion would be, and I'm going to take my own advice, is to book around November, December, because I started looking in January and everything was filled up. But I just want to settle in now. Maybe we'll go to Howick to see the town. Apparently there's a very big spa in town, the biggest spa, and settle in and sleep. I need sleep so I can calm my nerves. And thank you for sticking with me for my journey from Johannesburg to the KZN Midlands for the Midmar Mile of 2026. Stay tuned to see what the actual race day was like, and also which swimming costume I'm going to wear.